You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Plenty things can happen at the country where the news can capture from politics, the economy, and other human interest issues them. Some of them issues here can dey inside different newspaper them during the week. This make Liberty Online Television. They bring you the Liberty Newspaper Review. Inside this program, we go bring analysts them for look at the most trending topic them inside the newspaper for the week and analyze them for make sense to the public. This go be every Friday, 12 o'clock afternoon on Liberty Television. Watch out for Liberty Newspaper Review.
Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to the Liberty Newspaper Review, where they come to you from Liberty Online Television on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media platforms. And me will be presenter for this edition of the Newspaper Review. My name is Mariatu Sheriff. Of course, the Newspaper Review is a program where they deal with top stories them we happen inside the week. Now the front page of the newspapers them. Now them stories and we can come here so every Friday for can analyze. And with me inside the studio this afternoon for can help me talk. But then top stories there. So I guess with me my studio guest winner Ibrahim Alusan Kamara, and I'm the managing editor for the Salon Compass newspaper. Good afternoon, Ibrahim. Welcome to the Liberty Newspaper Review.
Good afternoon, Mariatu. Good afternoon, viewers.
Okay, so later on inside the program, I'll get me other studio guests will go join me shortly, and in name now Robert Kagbo, and the executive editor for the Heritage newspaper. Himself for join me inside the program for can help discuss on the trending topic them are the front pages them of the newspaper. The program is start now, and we take we first newspaper when the Town Crier newspaper we get Chade report highlights abuse in the judiciary. FAO and MRU sign memorandum of understanding of collaboration. AU team assesses readiness of SLP, Sierra Leone Police, for peacekeeping mission. For a start, we go start with Ibrahim Alusan Kamara. We go help me discuss on Chadi, this report where they highlight abuse in the judiciary. First of all, for a start, Ibrahim, what do you want to say about the Salon judiciary, the operation of Salon?
Thank you very much. You know, like you make mention of Chadi, the press release. Just before we go there, we go for a look at the general, the overview of the judiciary in Sierra Leone, how over the years they don't operate. You know, for a country, for it to develop, you have two arms we need for work. If those arms work properly, then you have a developed nation. Looking at these arms, you get the legislature, we in the parliament, we said that they make laws. If parliament don't make good laws, then the country not they move ahead. And so you have the judiciary where now then they interpret those laws where parliament they make. I think when you talk of judiciary, they play a key role in terms of every nation in development. It is the lifeblood of the nation. And it's outside justice, not the development, not the day, because you find out. Even when you have investors coming, they don't have the confidence that if something go wrong, I'll get justice. So I think the judiciary, their role critical towards the development of every country. But what's not happen in Sierra Leone, I think it's very sad. The two most important organs of government to make the country develop, now they're not perform. You have the parliament. We most times we defend with.
Coach, I just want to ask how them to say no they perform.
Well, in terms of laws, you have to make laws where they benefit the people. But what's not happen? Every parliament where they come, the government of the day they get their way. They don't work actually for the people. Then they work for the government of the day. We see so many fights when laws have been taken to parliament to be enacted. So many fights, you get the opposition, but all of those fights, they just fight for their political gains. It is not for the general good, not for the people. You find out that the laws are really the corner for just politics. You see the proportional representation where they bring in parliament. All of those things, it only benefits the politicians and not the general population. So for me, I think them organs they need for step up, because now then the country depend for develop. If any country they develop, you have to have those two performing, because now then get for checkmate the executive. For example, we did in this country where the former president be sacking vice president, and the judiciary will get, in fact, go stamp that decision day. So that is why we have to have judiciary and parliament functioning well for the country for them to go. What they happen over the years, like Salon, I would say we are under the rule of men, not to the rule of law. We get the laws. When you look at some of the laws where the country get, we get some of the best laws, but these laws are not being interpreted for them. It benefits everybody. They are only interpreted to favor a few. You get cases in a country, now state house the judgment they come on. So this has to stop. I think we need for put the country first. For me, I make suggestions somehow. I say, because why would they in this position? We also this is now because almost everything at the judiciary is coming from the president. Our president and appoints all the judges, the Supreme Court and all of the magistrates. Now president.
So what do you feel say need for be done in that particular area? For
me, I think because the constitution now in mandates that states that, I think what we need to do, one, we need to get a president that way actually look for the people. But what you don't get from when we gain independence, all our presidents only focus on their political gains. They don't look for what's in the people they will call. You find out even the layman for like get justice, you go get case in a court. You work at you the gains. At the end of the day, they end up for give up. So I think when we move away, the one the way they now let's say the law come to the judiciary, the one the way the judges, the magistrates, I think let them serve their conscience. Of course, now presidents appoint them, but they are lawyers. They're not for the allow politicians and for the use them. But in this country, we don't. All what we don't see, all the sectors, all the arms of government, now the politicians and the influence, whatever they happen there. I think now we try to move away from that. Then coming to the Charlie and press release. Yes.
Okay, before we come to Charlie and press release, make her engage about Kagbo when our next guest we don't join we inside the studio, and then the executive editor for the Heritage newspaper. Good afternoon and welcome to the Liberty newspaper.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure. I'm not this year for coming.
I know, right? I know. So, for a start, let we discuss about the judiciary of Sierra Leone. What do you think? How they know they operate and what do you think of the operation?
Well, thank you very much. Of course, some of us will get back in governance issues and do some aspects of government. We know the independence of the judiciary. There are three sets of arm of government: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. These are the three components where they set from government across. Over the years, we don't see challenge beyond the day. And the judiciary, even the past regime, like going board up, rightly mentioned, certain decisions with the judiciary take, not to be the best interest of the people of this country, and make a case scenario of the former vice president. Where we say the judiciary acts in a way we're not in the interest of the Sierra Leonean, because it make it very clear when they elect, although yes, the other country just quite recently, Kenya, they pull the vice president, yeah? It's very clear, Kenya wants to speak. But the procedure they be used there as alone be quite different from Kenya aspect. So and they for be questioned the independence of the judiciary at the time. But these are perennial problems across the sector, the judiciary. But when Justice Babatunde Edwards became take over the leadership under this current regime, you see a lot of reforms done the judiciary, and especially looking at you guys sitting magistrate judge there now across the political district there now will not be there. You understand? You make the judiciary be accessible for all. You look at justice fair trial. You make a case in APC they begin the wrangle issues them. You see how the judiciary play. Not say because of this particular power, then the judiciary will give verdict to the APC, the executive. Then where somebody will take them to court when one of the members. So they look at them. So you see, say reform don't they take place at the judiciary. Over the years, a lot of challenges will be there. But to be quite honest with you, when Babatunde will take over, tremendous efforts don't take place for reform this the judiciary up to date as we speak. So I think we are making progress in terms of how we foresee the independent. Though to some extent people would like to say the judiciary is not an independent institution, but independent. No, that they say over the years we will not say not be independent.
It has never been.
No.
Now it is not independent.
No. You don't say so.
No,
say
I'm
independent. No, you don't see certain decision the way this current judiciary they take. We be say yes. Then they stand for the truth.
For example,
they don't get the Baku case and they don't go where the other man don't win. Where if it's a fair trial. But even the APC they use where that guy the guy will come to America where the guy in a court say they're not forgetting convention. End of the way the judiciary sit down together, they analyze the thing. No, you don't get the locals for saying no go. So the judiciary began for give verdict to the body. So it's so independent. You get a lot of things that we like the issue of going for Mara saying Mara. We take the IG after for the election, say not for parliament. They win the case. So you see the judiciary independent. A lot of things that we go mark say yes under this current dispensation, they don't do some reforms and this.
When Mara take that case?
Was it?
When Mara take that case?
I say a lot of reforms on they take place. Mara win the case. We say not for good number pass vehicle. I take this position.
That was in 2018 elections.
No, but that win election.
I'm coming.
Now that win election. Under the same regime, the SLPP.
No. Now, during the days of the APC, went to the elections, the IGBC, they banned vehicular movement. So, Malawi take them in court. Imagine you take people in court now in 2023, you can't get judgment. Is that what we are looking for? No, because in fact, the government will not change. If now APC is still in our power, he will never get that judgment. So that is what we are saying. Yes, I know they deny say reforms and all they take place.
A lot of reforms.
No, I agree with you that we don't get reforms. But to what end are those reforms? When we say reforms, let it reflect on what are the mandate, the core principles of.
No, but they see fair trial they go now across the fair trial they go.
When they get fair trial, especially cases where get political inclination, they don't have. There is no fair trial.
So what are they?
Judgments are coming from State House. It is State House that dictates who wins.
Now you are making an assertion here, man. Now you are making an assertion.
I'll give you so many instances.
You don't get. You on no basis you say that State House will determine that for us. Now you are making an assertion, my brother.
No, I will give you instances. Now, when the SLP came to power, you get the issue of the 10 MPs where they remove. Those judgments, we are strictly coming from State House. It is clear.
No. My friend, you don't get an evidence on the back of the
I am not saying I am not contestant in 2018. They accused him of rape. He did prison for almost 2 years for getting bail. You know, that's petty things, and then they determine.
Okay.
Let us. We can have all reforms. We can reform even the legislature. We can reform the executive. But to what end? The justice where people in the look for. If we not get them, then those reforms are meaningless.
Okay. So Abraham, now we can now to the report where Chadi then pull, outside and say abuse they into the judiciary. What do you think about that report that Chadi then release?
I think what do they follow Chadi? I think most times they don't take up on issues where they for do with justice because they have their own organization. They focus more on justice and human rights, and I think some of the things that were raised about some staff not getting paid for 6 months, going without salary, whilst then they investigate. I think even under natural law, especially when you work, if you are suspended or if you are under investigation, maybe then they give you half of the salary. You must not go without salary until after the investigation. We see the case of the suspended Auditor General. They suspend them, but they get half salary. That is the law. So I think if these allegations we Chadi make are anything to go by, I think it's wrong on the part of the judiciary for letting get people who they are under investigation, but they are not receiving salary going to 6 months. I am not saying he is right, but if these allegations are proven, although the judiciary in their own response then deny all of those allegations.
Exactly, yes. Because they say all of the allegations them which Chadi then do inside the report are false. Yes,
according to waiting then see. But again, we cannot just dismiss all of these things. I think that is why it is important, because in Chadi and press release they call for a total reform. They call for an investigation into all of these things. Okay, let the executive or the Judicial Service Commission set up an investigation so we will know whether these allegations are true or not. But over the years, what happen at the judiciary, I think I agree with Chadi for saying we need absolute reforms in the judiciary. We also need.
But reforms are done now. A lot of reforms don't take place. They tell you
reforms never reflect to the justice.
No, that they say. They tell you the judiciary at that time with none at the same. When the judiciary close to the door of the people them.
Yes, you can access. There's a difference. Accessibility and then getting justice itself. You can access it, but if you don't get justice, then it makes no sense, because the focus or the core mandate of the judiciary is to give justice to who feels is being deprived of his rights. So if we don't get the justice we look for, then to what end would the reforms you work for your mandate? But over the years in this country, judiciary, every government, then they always allow themselves for used. And if we already move away from this, I think the one way they serve, now then arms them for no sake. Now the people and they pay them.
Well, when you get a sober-minded opposition, you look at those critical issues. Even part of the reforms that they go now on this the constitution, you don't say the constitution repeal the God.
Of course.
Fine. You know, say all of this way they see with the car. Justice, the late Justice Coward. Maybe don't make all things, those recommendations that you put together at the end. Where the former regime, the skipper, with officers, how they depend for the independence. We are in the president for even get the for appoint the judge or anybody. If we get a committee, but where they set, we do all the appointment in there at that level there. Then come, so then kick all against them. So that is what I say. So meaning we get a lot of people with very dishonest on themselves, so the people of this country.
That is what I'm saying. For me, in Sierra Leone, how the constitution they give the president enormous power.
So how far release them power then?
They give the president enormous power. So that is why we are finding it very difficult for the independent institution to perform independently, because they are being appointed by the president. And you can't.
No, you don't get that
guts. No, you don't get that guts. No, but in America, you have strong institutions. They don't have a strong individual. They have strong institutions. Whoever serves in any institution, now the country they serve, they know they look at the political party. But here in Sierra Leone, the president pulls all the shots. So you can't go against the president's wish. That is that the problem that we face now the ACC. All the other areas the way we feel say those institutions for being independent, now the problem that they face, because those people have been appointed by the and Sierra Leone, everything has been politicized.
Okay, so if we can continue for the way to inside the studio. So Robert, still inside the Chadi report, what do you think about this report which Chadi then released for the judiciary?
Well, sadly there is concern regarding corruption at the judiciary. You know, corruption are something really across a systemic problem across institutions. But apparently, whenever they come up with a report of that nature, you get to look at the both side of the coin. You don't get to be biased because I want to come out with a report. You get it one-sided, and they can on what basis you reach, whether your methodology you reach, whether you contact, what are the questionnaires that we look at, how you investigate, come on those things. You cannot just sit in your corner and don't come up to report, you make a big allegation against the whole independent.
No, it was not a report. It's a press release.
Now they say, You get the press release. You get the press release. On which basis you get the press release? Because the final say
On complaints.
No, we don't look at. We don't.
So
we don't
according to
no, we don't investigate the thing. We look at the report so bias.
How?
Because one, it not get a clear approach on how best you give engage the judiciary. You not get a formal right topic right say, hey, actually I want for see clarification on those things and they no. You don't get into it because I don't engage the communication director.
Because according to Francis More, when I'm the deputy and PRO for the judiciary, he say Chadi did not reach out to the judiciary for get their own side of the story.
So I don't raise a concern.
Okay.
For instance, like, as a journalist, if I investigate somebody, I get concerned, I right of it. In fact, I got a matter now where I don't make formal complaint to the judicial council, the chairman and the executive secretary, where I don't wait for them over 2 weeks, don't yes, not respond to me. By Monday, I give them serious publication now because one that's the approach.
Now you are talking as a journalist. This one, the example this way, they talk as a journalist. Now I want for them to see the operational mode for the journalists and civil society, they are not the same. They are similar, but they are not the same. Now this person we are talking about is also a member. He's also a lawyer. He's actively he goes to court almost every day. He knows Chadi, the head of Chadi, Abdul Fatoma. He goes to court almost every day. He's part of the judiciary. He knows what is happening there. For me, he was not conclusive in his press release. He not say this is not true. He said allegation of harassment and all of that. And he called for an investigation. I think that is the best way you can do. It is advocacy. That is advocacy. Well, people came to him. People came to him. They complained, and he followed up. The best thing he do that for full press release, call for investigation, and he not say they are guilty. He said there is need for an investigation into the allegations.
Kamalu, you get them very wrong. Yeah.
So let's read the press release. Let us read the press release.
People like say, are they in two capacity? No, I don't.
Yes, in two capacity.
Are they in two capacity? Yeah. Mind you, although I don't less active on the one. But all me see, I done there for over 14 years by civil society business, so we've had the kind of media. Whatever, even the mining sector, even during the regime of Ernest Koroma, where they get serious issue with a lot of mining in the Magapa mines. Before I do any press release, I come up to and the right force of the mining company and see clarification as a civil society.
No, I am not.
I don't say. No way they say the man saying that they talk like a journalist, but they tell you on the basis of what's been done over the year for the over 14 years now. Whenever they come with the press release, because when they call the press, let me be firm. Because one, I don't reach out to you. Okay, even write so this. Okay, even write one for do on the spot visit to you. One for engage you one to because for we as a civil society, we believe on one-to-one engagement.
No, I agree.
One-to-one engagement. So on the basis after the engagement, all they come up with say these are our findings X, Y, Z. So but you know can't just put the press release on one side, this press release. You can't accuse the judiciary when you don't even engage them.
I agree with you that I know they say it not be need for contact them. He needs to because the principle of natural justice is for you to get the other side, get all the sides of the story.
Of course.
For me, whether he gets it right in the press release or not, there are issues that have been raised. I think the most important thing, let us look at those issues, whether they are true. Let me just how they talk. I say if those allegations are true, I think action need to be taken. But we cannot just shelve them because they not reach out to the judiciary. He's raised concerns. He's raised some burning issues. I think the best we can do now, as a country, we need to look into those allegations, whether in fact they are true. When they are proven, then let action be taken. We cannot just shelve them because.
But for now, the concern is a bias.
Whether it is bias or not, he's raised concerns. Afterwards, the judiciary does have no response. So
how legitimate those concerns? Well, how legitimate those concerns?
No, you can't. We only find out whether those concerns are legitimate for us to investigate.
Oh, so fine.
So let us investigate. But we cannot shelve all of what he's raised because they not be contact the other side. No. What we are saying, the judiciary over the years has been in, I would say, it in a mess.
So as a journalist, you get plan for do an investigation and come out to the public?
No, we have our own responsibility as journalists. Like CSOs also get their own responsibility, and also the government or the Judicial Service Commission, they also get a responsibility for ensure we get a better judiciary. So in as much as we get real responsibility, we dey do our own job, but we are not the judges. We can't. If I go investigate self, all who sign in tap now for that publish it don't. But let us have an investigation set up by the appropriate bodies who look into all of these things. We Chadi don't raise, and not only this is not the first time we don't raise issues. So many every other day they raise issues concerning the judiciary. So I think it's time we get the authorities for actually launch a large-scale investigation into the activities of the judiciary. So we know whether these things were people that don't raise, even ordinary man don't raise, they are true. So we go know who step for take, but we cannot just shelve all of those things where the man don't raise because you not contact the judiciary. No.
Okay, so now Robert, thinking that the judiciary their own mandate now for let able for protect your own right in the country.
Sure.
And if some report them like this don't they come out for them, what do you say this mean to the country in judiciary system?
Well, final see there are a lot of it will be serious bottleneck in the sense. First, before I answer that question, like where my brother say, first say you not getting right, Charlie not getting right. When I get issue one of the justice in this country, what I did, I wrote a letter to the Chief Justice, when I did the chairman for the Judicial Council, and I copy the Executive Secretary. I raised a concern XYZ, and they formally complained of one of the justice where so person, but that 3 weeks ago they not complain because I get an evidence, and 2 I get a way book where they sign for the letter. Then what I give. So even if I go beyond ourselves now, I don't do the needful and the decision will get back to me. So that therefore don't be the basis for Chadi. You can raise a concern. You can write a letter to the chairman. You say you're part of the judiciary, write and complain. But again, let's say yes, this true, all of this things are true. Waiting they say, because now it is an allegation. For me, it's not good for the judiciary anymore. Because we still get for when and then they set the precedents and then for me, people will be fair for make access to the judiciary because they will find out say they wait for protect the people, they will for speak on behalf of the people, they will make a decisive decision when a very concerned decision for the people of this country, then they buy yanking packing, then people don't go access, they don't go fear for go to access the judiciary. So this is going to be a bigger challenge for the judiciary.
Okay, now continue for doing with me inside the studio. The viewers, if you just continue the program where they watch now the Liberty newspaper review, where they come to you from Liberty Online Television on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media platform. Then members yourself can be part of the program by where you go drop your comments now with Facebook page. Still inside the program, we take another headline by the newspaper, and now we go now the forum newspaper. We get APC SLPP defer 10% tax hike on rice importation to 2026. Now, Ibrahim, what do you think about this 10% increase where government be want for his inside rice?
First of all, I think I want to commend the members of parliament for with actually with a conscious speak to them to see they are this still pusher. Because in this country, I would say 99.9% of Sierra Leoneans rely on rice for it. Yes. Now it's stable food, I know, but you have a few ways to know they eat that. But what are they say? We rely on rice for we survival. And if you have to, we know they produce that much for what we eat. Almost everything they eat na salon. In fact, it's not only limited to rice. Almost everything they use and eat na salon they are being imported in the country. And so if you go put tax on those things, because almost as I mean most of the countries we basic the staple food they know they tax them, but because the government wanted money, they want for put tax on rice, and not all the rice we then put cement, iron ore, all of those basic things we need for our daily survival. I think it's good that the agriculture feed salon in this the agenda. Let them salon in this the agenda. Let them when we actually see the result this time around. But this can never be the solution for import the rest. So whilst we not get the capacity as a country, the capacity as a country for produce what they eat for now, I think the best we can do, you cannot tax those things where people and they eat. I think the government also for beer. We know yes they need money for other purposes, but some of these things it is people centered. You cannot touch those things that are people centered for just raise money. No, although yes these are for me some of these things we don't do. It is being driven by the donors. For example, IMF give money, then they give conditions. You have to tax this, you have to tax that, even on fuel. And therefore tell you put subsidy on fuel and all of that. So this is all happening because now the donors. Because we rely on the donor partners. But in as much as that the donors and the group money, let the government also put the people first. Let them actually make the donors understand. Say, we cannot, as a government, impose tax on these things that our people they live on. So I think it is on the government for let them actually see them put the people at the top of their agenda. Whilst we're not able to produce what they eat it, and those don't tax the things that we rely on. And all of these things, for anything where they tax, even the one that we don't know the tax for now, you have wicked market people away every day than they add price, even when they know the tax are. So I imagine when they begin tax them things it will be hell for Sierra Leone. So for me, the government really need for beer this time around. Let them bear the losses. You don't need to get money on this. Allow them be free.
So Robert, coming now and tell we what do you think about 10% hike in rise?
Well, thank you very much. Of course, I want to commend the parliamentarian and both the opposition and the ruling government. We don't do everything for more than this thing back 2026. But of course, we all know see even the powerful nation attacks are making a move on the government, like UK, US, every day increase on tax, and look like quite recently UK increase their tax for visa stuff and all that things. But thing like we're for those who staples to a commodity, for me, I be really frown on that for saying it not be necessary anyway for put tax on staple food. It will be a big problem. Now even when I put 10%, how much people in the buy rice now? The cost for rice. Consider the minimum wage. We don't have money, not even for buying bags. So if you can't put 10%, well, it will be a problem for the people of this country. So government get for the people get for the advice, the government and the president. Not all given by don't know what you don't know tell you say for good. No. Then they get their own country to go, not to therefore tell you say X, Y, Z. But all of this will the same. The government, the president gets a clear vision in terms of how for ameliorate the suffering of the people of this country. And when they come back, when they get the next when they get for a 5-year mandate, they underscore the importance of the agriculture sector, where a prioritize the FOP, a key focus for so that people get some of those pitfalls in there. For me, government gets initiative we get for the Tamabo project. We government put a huge amount of money there. Well, I think if government concentrates on that, we don't no need for all the importers. No need. We need for sustain farm. We get for safe. And that would be right. In fact, we look at what the police more better than areas where they come because most of them are more starch. And they give bakutiness, so a lot of sick they go around. Most of the areas are irresponsible.
But if you say government don't do well in that side,
well, now what they can do now, they can do further engagement that they see when they stay now, what it will be the outcome. Because for them to tell them set up to now, the people need the result. So we look at way forward for ensure this way done the fast so by the special grace of God, let the Tanabo the project will come to life so that all these go to things of the past, not even think about that 10% again. So we get less importation they count less. While we focus as we look at police areas where they put on this country. That should be our focus for now. Let government, because I'm afraid if the government put it 10%, by 2026 it will be a problem for government. And we know what I will say, because the president gets a clear vision for it to say how to address some of those eat food and I make it underscore the importance of introducing agriculture as part of a key priority area for the second mandate for the year. So we need to focus on that. You count this 10%, it will be a problem for people. Consider yes, although the government is here, the need for review on the minimum wage to 1.2 million as minimum wage. I just read on the paper, say that the Minister of Labour and champion, but still that will not be enough. It not will be enough. So we don't need for put tax, but then when I raise those basic commodity waste in our staple food now. Like the other things man, but see when they kind of people in below sustain them, it's a problem. People will raise for it. So we just look forward for ensure say the project with the whole government for investment, the agriculture, the rest. Well, we get so bad production when they come out and see the rest will go on the market. People will forget about the rest how they can in this country. Because to be honest, the rest are not too good anyway.
Okay, so still inside the Forum newspaper, we get APC grassroots demand immediate resignation of them national chairman. Ibrahim, what do you think about APC and grassroots is encouraged in the mix to the party?
For let the chairman resign?
Yes.
First of all, I think it's normal in all political parties. You must get the skirmishes. You know, I remember when the SLP was in opposition, so many felt the current president, he went through so many hurdles for them to become president, and it's not new, and it's always happening in political parties. But for me, I think the APC don't fight for too long. It's time, let them put the accent together. Sierra Leoneans have not enjoyed, I would put ourselves, Sierra Leone are not able to enjoy, in the last 6 years, they're able to enjoy a sober opposition. We've had, what you get now, Mumu, deaf and dumb opposition now don't get. They only focus on fighting themselves. They forget about what things they happen nationally. If we get a sober opposition, a very vociferous opposition, most of the things that the people in the go through now, therefore they take them up, therefore they champion them. But they've left the government on a paraffin spin. They know they checkmate them. They only focus on them first. Every day you have so many camps now. You have the Samura camp. You have the Cherikokos camp. You have the executive and camp also. I think it's time let them realize it. Sierra Leoneans, they look up to them. They are a government in waiting. They are in the opposition. They are a government in waiting. I think for too long they don't reflect. My brother will talk about the fights before the 2023 elections, and then almost to the election, it is only common sense we prevail with the judiciary. We say no, let them go ahead with the convention. So we don't have to see again a repeat of that. Una begin from the one till to elections. I think now time don't reach now for let them being shame now to the people of Sierra Leone. Say they don't fail we as opposition, because mark you, government is made up of the ruling and also the opposition. So the opposition gets your role for play, but the opposition has not been playing its role for the past 6 years since the SLP. They only focus on their own internal fight. Yes, internal fights always do, because currently also the SLP then gets their own internal fight. But that should not affect the national agenda. But APC don't, over these years, don't allow the internal fight for affect what thing they happen at the country. That is why they don't get any good thing when they do. So
how you feel say this the internal fight where they get it affects the country in terms of development?
Definitely. One of the things there are for example, when you talk of this rice, these are issues where APC as an opposition for take up, call press conference, we don't agree. Go on television, make noise about them. This is the purpose of the opposition. Criticize certain things that were say not good for the country, but they've just left everything loose. They not care about what thing they happen at the country. They only focus on their fight, and it is us the people now we the loss. So I think let me say it is time now for let the APC come together. Let them forget about this ego. They have been fighting for too long. Let common sense prevail now APC now, and then focus on the national agenda, the national development agenda.
So according to the grassroots of the APC, they say they want the younger generation to take over the executive and let the old folks then go.
How do you do that? It is not to where grabs let this resign. Those people they are elected. Because I remember the convention, they were elected, so they have a term. So after the term, then you do what you want. But for me, it is not necessary for let this person resign or let that person resign.
That makes sense.
What is important now, I think let them come together, let them forge peace in the party and focus on what they happen at the country. This petty fight, you've done your convention, you've elected who you want to lead you. Yeah. Allow the process. When the time reach for pull them, you pull them. But you can't say this person for come or that person for come on. No. Me, I don't say and say it makes sense. It doesn't make sense. Let them allow the process for flow, because they all agreed. Now they go make their own constitution. They voted, they adopted the constitution, and the constitution say I think 3 years or so. the executive there for serve. So allow the process for go. Not to you for can grab the man just start to manage the same for resign. Don't forget about this petty fight. You can fight all along, but we don't see the benefit we don't.
But if you say this new executive, don't they work in the interest of the grassroots supporters?
Well, I am not a member of the party, so I can't tell you whether they are working in the interest of the grassroots. What do you mean they say? I am talking about the law. What did only happen? And I will talk on the national agenda. Now, the don't affect what they don't affect all this while. It don't affect the country because certain things that they were not for don't happen. They happen because they were mumu. They be mumu all along. So this is it. I am talking about the law. The law say that 3 years when you are elected as an executive. So you cannot say the man you don't elect and 3 years then you left him. It's like telling President Bill to resign before 2028. It's impossible. It is not possible. So you see, I am only talking about the law. I am not saying the executive don't work towards I would say the benefit of the grassroots. I am not part of them. I don't know how they operate. But what me they say, I am talking about the law. What in the law say? What in their own constitution say? And for me, let them forget about this fight. At least let the people themselves benefit from the opposition. Some of these things, if they take them up, certain decisions. For example, get the issue of this rape. These are all things that were the opposition self for champion.
When that's not the opposition, get the civil side to the top.
No, you have your own role. I am saying everybody gets a role.
No, we're not saying that.
So what's national development? Everybody. When you talk about national development, the opposition gets your role for play. The civil society gets a role for play. The media gets a role for play. The religious leaders get a role for play. Why are they focused on the opposition? The opposition, they are in parliament.
Okay.
You and I are not in parliament. We're not in a parliament. We are cover the go cover and proceedings. Some of these things, then they take them up, and the opposition get out for go see the president. Okay, for example, certain national issue comes, say, well, we not agree. We need for go see the president. Sometimes it is dialogue. If you cannot always say fight. Some of these things will get for affect the people. You can call for dialogue. So many ways there for about them things and you cannot just say fight. They all okay. When they don't fight, all these years, what you don't benefit them.
Absolutely not.
Nothing. They don't let party say they lost election back. So you cannot continue to fight, and the fight is not the benefit we. Even them, you know, they benefit them. So for me, let's not forget about this fet. Let them focus on governance. Let them focus. At the end of the day, if you are not, if their acts are not together, election they come back, then we left the fet till they lost back. So you know the benefit is not the benefit to the people. So let them focus. Let them follow the law. What in the constitution say? Now they make the constitution. Let them follow what the constitution say.
Okay, now Robert, wetin you get for say concerning the grassroots of APC then demand for the national chairman resign from the party?
Well, that did not make sense at all. Because like I'm about they say, we talk about the law. And then they say one go vote and tell them. You got that people that when they are sober minded, when are young folks say, whatever elect, then go see how they want, then go up and the state manage program they sign they want. Also enough for cancer then come out. Until they wait, let the mandate to expire. You go say, we're not going to go make a decision now. We're not reaching at the box. You go make a decision on your own. But for now, for me, it's uncalled for anyway. They're not getting any local standard for letting chairman resign, where you get a time limit, where we protect her. So let her wait until they're done. From there, once again, they can make a decisive decision and move on from saying don't need that anymore. But for that call they say, for me, absolutely not making sense.
So what do you think about the internal fight where they don't get all this while?
Well, the internal fight is the biggest challenge. We know this is not a problem where they done across political parties. Well, on the see, even the SPP when they're in the opposition, internal wrangling with the even PMDC the same thing, Sobe the same thing, MPP the same thing, NGC the same thing. You must go those internal dynamics fights within the political parties. But for me, the APC they not make any serious opposition anyway. They're not really serious compared to comparatively to other African opposition. They look like Ghana. They get election next days now for the election. You see the opposition here and there. Bum, 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 bum. Every day they follow Ghana television. Every day, Joy TV. Now that I'm a favorite, why they follow. And they see how they take up the current government. Either that is in a serious opposition. You go to Senegal, they like say this Baba will be president in Senegal. So, because they put a serious one per Macky Sall. They put everyone on Macky Sall. Say Macky Sall go jail. If you go to politics, you for jail. You know for free jail. Now today, now jail man I not can be president so. Now jail man don't be prime minister so. So then the opposition, you not go afraid. Speak for the people. But you don't want to speak, you not go pan your own clandestine program. No. So they're not be too much effective. So them over they deceive the people, they deceive the membership.
So as we did about now
so
round up the program, whose message we go on for send to people around there?
Who are they?
The APC grassroots.
Well, me not APC, I'm not going to go tell them. Me not APC, I go tell them. Now therefore made a decision there.
You have a message, you should have a message.
No, now they want within themselves or tell themselves.
Governance in Sierra Leone, so you should have a message.
So
No. Me not get message or tell
I
them.
think the message God is sent to all political parties is not only limited to I think this issue of infighting, yes, it's normal. Everybody will fight for power, it's normal. But I don't think so this is the time for politics. The time for politics don't pass. They don't do the convention. They don't elect officials. I think that they allow the process there for flow.
Naturally.
That is what I'm saying. So this infighting not the benefit benefits anybody. Now we forge the path of peace. Let peace prevail in the country.
You be no say the man and Mumu, you go vote for Mumu. You know say the man and Mumu, you go vote for Mumu. The one and the way when they voice for not vote for and Mumu na go vote for. So what do you expect for Mumu? No, I say because you go for somebody, when people talk na media, the panel the government go talk na with it. You know what the first thing go for me don't be chairman. Whenever I don't go on television, go discuss issue.
He doesn't.
No, so why you don't go vote for Mumu? You're not conscious of that day. Then the same grassroots and they go vote for the man. So no, just change the mind. Let them tell you just change the mindset in the future. For so not be carried because of X, Y, Z, because you get your personal vendetta or you get your personal reason. No, you get to go back and rethink. So no, let me focus on mine. No, don't say because of the ending and X, Y, Z. No, then I say don't regret them because at the end of the day you vote for Mumu and Mumu not the talk. And when the man not be from chairman when elected, you don't say go to the television program ready to talk. No, because the man na Mumu. So what's it for me Mumu?
Okay. So let's thank you for way on a journey inside the studio where we get Ibrahim Alusain Kamara and the managing editor for the Salon Compass newspaper and also Robert Cabo, the executive editor for the Heritage newspaper. They meet me this afternoon for discuss on the top issues and at the front page of the newspaper. So now also this edition of the Liberty newspaper review go left you for today. Me will not be presenter of this edition. And I want to get a wonderful weekend.
Plenty things can happen at the country where the news can capture from politics, the economy, and other human interest issues them. Some of them issues here can take inside different newspaper them during the week. This make Liberty Online Television. They bring you the Liberty newspaper review. Inside this program, we go bring analysts them for look at the most trending topic them inside the newspaper for the week and analyze them for make sense to the public. This will be every Friday, 12 o'clock afternoon on Liberty Television. Watch out for Liberty newspaper review.